How's it going, everybody? This is Tyler Driver. Hope you're having a great day and welcome back to another video. Alright, so at this time last year I made a video in regards to preparing for the school year and how to survive it. Well, now I'm going to take it up a level in regards to college. Now, you have just graduated from high school and now you are preparing to make the transition into adulthood. And one of the things that is going to be very important in your transition is going to college, because this is the big leagues. This is when you really start to get the education along with the life skills that you need to prepare for the next stage of your life, which is eventually getting your own home and starting a new life. And for those people that are making that transition, it can be extremely challenging. Trust me, I went through it. So for this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to prepare for college, whether it's for a semester or a full year or for the entirety of your 4-year or more tenure in college. And this is going to be very important because just like in high school, you're expected to do the same exact thing in college, only it's a few notches more than that. And so obviously these tips are going to help you with not only preparing for college, but getting the most out of your 4 years there and getting your degree and ultimately starting your life as an adult. Now trust me, as difficult as it may be, the next 4 years are also going to fly by very, very quick. And if you're not careful, it's going to fly by in a flash. And unfortunately, you may not be prepared for it. So these tips are going to help you with being able to maintain your opportunity to be able to succeed in college and to get the most out of your time at your college, because it's going to be very important for once you get out of there. So if you're new to college, the very first thing that you need to prepare for is to register for all of your classes and pay for them on time. Now, this is very important. You need to make sure that you're picking out the right classes in regards to what your degree field is. In fact, there are a bunch of prerequisites along with a whole bunch of other courses that are going to be mandated that may not be related to your major, but you still have to take them if you're going to pass college. Trust me, it may involve science. There may be some math courses that you have to take. There may be some social studies courses and English courses as well. Some of them may not be relevant to your degree, but hey, there could be some things that you may take out that can help you with your job or with your life once you get out of college. It's going to be very, very important. So that's why it's very important that you make sure that you register for all those classes and that you pick the right professors for them as well. Trust me, a good tool that you can use for that is Rate My Professor. When I was in college, whenever I was registering for my classes, I always used Rate My Professor. So that way I can find a way at which college professor that I know that I'm probably going to get the best out of, and those that I should probably, maybe stay away from. And so Rate My Professor is obviously a very useful tool for that. And so I would definitely recommend that for whenever you are registering for your classes. Of course, you still got to work very hard in those classes no matter who you get, but it's also important that you pay for them on time as well, because once the deadline for the original payment for it ends, anytime after the original payment from August all the way to the semester begins, hey, the moment you register for them, you're gonna have to pay for them on the spot. So it's always important that if you want those best classes, you're gonna have to pay for them before that deadline, because otherwise you're gonna be stuck in a really big hole. The next tip that I can give you is that you get all the materials that you need for your particular course. Now, in regards to what you might need, the most likely things that you're going to need are a few books, whether it's, like just regular textbooks or maybe even, just novels that if it's an English class or something that in regards to, reading and all of that stuff, you may need something like that, and every single utensil that you might need to be able to succeed, especially notebooks. Textbooks and novels are going to be very important because there's going to be a lot of notes from them that you're going to need for your exams or your essays or stuff like that, especially notes that are written on the board. So that's why it's important that you have those books and that you study it very carefully, so that way you can prepare for them. I'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later in this video, but it's very important that you have those books if they are required for your particular course. And of course, you gotta have your notebooks with you as well, because chances are in most courses you're going to take a lot of notes, and so it's important that you get enough of them as well as all the notes that your professors are writing on the board, so that way you can have the notes that you need to study for whenever you are doing those assignments for your courses, because without them it's going to be very hard for you to be able to pass your courses. Now of course, there's some courses, like for example in my case where I was majoring in communication, obviously there are courses like like TV production and film editing and all that stuff. Writing is not going to be that much of a need unless it's on the computer or something like that. But either way though, it is still very important that you have those utensils with you. Because no matter what course you're taking, notes are going to be very, very important because you're going to need them for whatever exam that you're going to be doing in your course. And that's exactly the next thing that I am going to talk to you about. It's studying very hard and preparing for your essays as well. Unlike in high school, in colleges, you are going to be expected to write a ton of essays. And trust me, those are going to be extremely important because at the very end of your time in college, you're going to be writing in a seminar course where you're going to be writing like a 10 or 15 page, maybe even more than that, a whole entire essay in regards to a certain topic, utilizing everything that you have learned from your time in college into that one essay, because it's going to be very important for you to pass that course in order for you to be able to get that degree. Trust me, when I was taking my communication research seminar, I had to do a whole lot of research in regards to my topic, which was in regards to autism in college. And because of that, I had to do a lot of note taking and a whole lot of research through a whole bunch of scholarly articles along with my school's database, so that way I can be able to look at exactly what information I can find, so that way I can write the best essay possible. Trust me, I'm not somebody that's very good at writing, yet I was still able to succeed because I used those scholarly articles, so that way I can be able to write the most efficient essay that I possibly can. So it's very important that you utilize all those notes and study them carefully whenever you are writing your exam, because especially in regards to your master's degree program, in which you're going to write a thesis at the very end of your time there, those essays are going to be very important. And the same thing in regards to exams. You know, obviously you're going to get some exams in some of your courses. I mean, I know there are some professors that, you know, are very lenient on that. They mainly don't like exams, but hey, there are still midterms and finals in those courses, and they're going to be very important for your grades. That's why it's very important that you are taking all those notes in your courses, because if you get all of them, hey, you're going to have a huge sheet right in front of them that you can use to be able to prepare for your examination. Heck, it can even serve as a cheat sheet or something like that. In fact, there are some courses where it's even open notes, you know, it's open book tests. And so as long as you have all those notes with you, it's going to be very useful for your exam. So make sure that you are studying very hard for those exams, because otherwise you're going to flunk out very fast. And you want to know what the exact opposite of studying is? Staying out all night and getting drunk, which is the next thing that I'm going to talk to you about. Don't stay out for a very long time. And I'll tell you why. You know, college is actually one of the very best times because, you know, obviously unlike in high school where, you know, obviously you have to have some sort of supervision, in college you are now your own adult. You know, obviously you get to have your own dorms if you're planning on living there. You know, some people while they're in college, they may even just move out and get into their own homes right away, and they may have more time to be able to hang out with your friends as well. But still, that does not give you any excuse to avoid doing all the college work that you're supposed to be doing, to go out and just, you know, just stay out for a whole period of time and risk potentially getting arrested or something like that. Because trust me, that is not a very good look. One of the best ways to flunk out of college or risk getting expelled from it and potentially not getting your degree is that you're doing something very stupid outside of college, right? Staying out for a long period of time, or perhaps even committing a criminal offense as well. And because of that, you risk getting yourself into a whole lot of trouble. And not only that, if you are staying out for too long with your friends, it takes a whole lot of time away from everything that you're supposed to be doing in college. And because of that, that can reflect in your work as well. I still highly encourage you that you hang out with your friends, because it's obviously very important during those 4 years in college. But still, you also gotta pay very important attention to your college work as well. So yes, have that quality time with your friends, but you gotta balance that with your college work, because if you're staying out for too long, you're gonna risk flunking in your classes. And not only that, if you're doing something stupid outside of that, trust me, that's not good work for you. Finally, as I've mentioned before, these next 4 years are going to be some of the most important and probably some of the fastest in your life, because these 4 years, unlike in middle school and high school, it's going to fly by very quickly. So the best thing that I can tell you is to use that time to find your calling, which is more importantly, get involved in your college and really make the best out of life. There are a whole bunch of clubs and honor societies that you can join during your time in college. You know, for me, there was the Phi Beta Kappa Honor Society, as well as Kean University's Kean TV, which I was a part of for a few months as well. There are so many other, sororities or even fraternities as well that you can join. Heck, there are a whole bunch of other clubs as well that you can join. There are so many things that you can do in college, so that way now you can get socialization, but also be a part of your community as well. So take advantage of those while you can. And while you're in college as well, try to find a way, just to be active and, like get involved as well. If there's a gym as well, maybe do a workout or two there. But most importantly, one thing that you really want to do is if you have time during college, you really need to find a way to really find some friends and really just, just have that social life as well. Those friends, not only are they going to be great, they can also be very useful for you when you are struggling in your courses as well. If you ever need any help in your classes, those students, they may be there to help you out if you're great friends with them. So it's always important that you make those friends because they could be good study buddies as well. But most importantly, they can be very good just for socialization. They are very good, just for hangouts and really just have a whole lot of fun with each other, not just in your school, but also outside of it as well. Because there are some friends that you can make in college that can last for the rest of your life. Trust me, even 3 years removed from Kean University, as well as several years removed from Union College, there are those that I have still maintained a good amount of contact with ever since out of college. And trust me, those are friends that I still cherish forever. So you really need to use that time to socialize, get the time to make those friends and also just get involved in your school. Because if you're just going through all the motions during the 4 years there or more, then these next 4 years are going to fly by very quickly before you know it. And before you even have a chance to really notice, it's going to be over. And trust me, it's going to feel like that you never even started there. Making the transition into adulthood is a major accomplishment for one. But in order to do that, the first step to be able to accomplish it is to get through your 4 years in college. And without these tips that I just mentioned today, trust me, it's going to be very hard for you to not only make it past college, but to carry that over into your adulthood. You need to be able to utilize these skills in college so that way you can not only find a job, but also, just to get some good independent living skills and really just to find a proper way to be able to transition into adulthood. So that's why it's important that you're keeping up with your classes and having all your materials with you, that you're studying every night, that you're being responsible for yourself, and also most importantly, that you are having that time with your friends that you make in college as well, and utilizing that time so that way you can succeed in your 4 years in college. Because if you can do that, hey, you're going to have a very successful college life, and it is going to be much easier for you to be able to transition out of college and into adulthood once it is all over. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in a rut, and trust me, it's going to be very hard for you once you leave college. Trust me, I wish I had known that once I finished my 4 years there, but trust me, it's going to fly by very, very quick. So that's why it's important that you utilize these tips so that way not only you can succeed in college, but also have a very successful life with a whole lot of friends. Alright, so that's going to do it. To everybody that's starting college this fall, I wish everybody the best of luck, especially those that are preparing for the new semester or returning there after a very long time. And so for those that have been through this experience like I have, I want to hear from you. What did you do to prepare for your college life? And what did you take away from those tips that has really brought you value? Feel free to let me know down in the comments below. I'll be more than interested in hearing your opinions about it. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. As always, if you'd like to see more of my content, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when my latest video is released. Comment below for future suggestions for all my videos, whether it's blogs, projects, or challenges, you name it. Leave it in the comments below and I'll do my best to make them. As always, follow me on my social media. All the links are in the description below. That's going to do it for this midweek video. I hope you're having another great day. And as always, I hope to see you all again in another video very soon. So long, everybody.